The best gaming keyboard should be responsive, reliable, and possibly plastered in RGB lights if you're into that sort of thing. Throw in some funky media controls, volume wheels, keycaps, dazzling lighting options, and sometimes even replacement switches, and your fingers are in for a serious treat. Aside from your gaming mouse, you'll interact with your gaming keyboard more than any other piece of hardware on your desk, so it pays to get it right. There's no such thing as a one-size-fits-all gaming keyboard. Because preferences vary from gamer to gamer, the number of options you have these days for gaming keyboards can feel overwhelming. Welcome back to another episode of HQ Products. Remember to subscribe to the channel so that you never miss out on any of our freshest uploads as soon as they're available. In this episode, we're going to be taking a look at our selection of the top 4 best gaming keyboards. Let's get started. The Corsair K100 RGB Optical. When you want to go the extra mile and upgrade to the absolute best of the best, it's hard to find a more premium option than the Corsair K100 RGB. Be warned though, this is a big keyboard. Its enormous footprint still requires some desk clearing before it can be nested comfortably. But feature-wise, the K100 RGB's got it all. Dedicated media controls, and a USB pass-through, a metal volume wheel, RGB lighting. Speaking of RGB, there is an aggressive amount of RGB in this keyboard. We noted excellent key responses, a decent spread of keys for most hand sizes, a satisfying tactile click to each press, and wonderfully dimpled keys to help you rest your fingers when you're not actually pressing down. While this all seems quite obvious, it shows that the K100 RGB nails the basics, as well as including the fancy extras, and that's why it's first in our video. The Mountain Everest Max. All things to all people. That's almost what the Mountain Everest Max gaming keyboard represents. And it's one of our favorite designs since it first landed on our desk. You don't always need the numpad on a full-size keyboard, but it certainly comes in handy sometimes during the workday. When you're gaming though, all we want is a compact TKL board to get our mouse and keyboard hands closer together and give us more desktop real estate to fling around our rodent. That's what the Everest Max offers, the flexibility to have your TKL cake and eat your numpad. Use your numpad, whatever. Basically, the magnetically attached numpad module can be attached to either side of the base mechanical TKL board and is completely hot swappable. The admittedly costly $270 or 230 pounds complete Everest Max kit also comes with a plush magnetic wrist rest, a media module with discrete controls, and an LCD screen. It's also a board for the keyboard enthusiast, with a base that allows you to pull out switches at will and replace them as easily as just pushing them in. You can also go for the bare bones board, picking your own switches and keycaps from the start to create a truly custom option. The G.Skill KM360. There is a trend towards $200 plus gaming keyboards in the market at the moment, but that doesn't mean there aren't quality mechanical switchboards available at a more reasonable price. Often, you'll find these more budget-oriented options offering cheap switches from other manufacturers, but the G.Skill KM360 comes featuring the classic Cherry MX red linear switch out of the gate. If you can't cope with your gaming board not lit up like a rainbow, then you may be disappointed with the single color option, but damn, the white LEDs on this G.Skill board are the brightest we've ever seen. Normally, we like to keep it at max brightness all day long, but the KM360 would burn out my retina if we did. This TKL board is basic, but what it does very well. It's solid, well-built, reliable, and looks pretty decent too. There's no wrist rest, no pass-through or media controls, but we'll happily give it a pass in favor of affordable functionality. The Logitech G915 Lightspeed. If you've got your heart set on a wireless keyboard, then the Logitech G915 is a great example of the genre. You'll be required to spend that little bit more for wireless functionality, more than what we tend to see for wired mechanical keyboards with similar features. The Logitech G915 is $250 or 210 pounds. There's a slightly cheaper TKL version, but not so much so that we'd instantly recommend it over the full-size model. Because what you get for that significant cash investment is a sleek and sturdy board plated in brushed aluminum. There are some smart media controls in the upper right-hand corner of the board, including a lovely volume wheel, and there's a handful of macro keys down the left side of the keyboard. These can be programmed to whatever you see fit on a per-app, or per game basis within the Logitech G software. Beneath that stylish exterior lies fantastically responsive Kale-made GL key switches. You can pick from linear, tactile, or clicky, and we recommend the latter if you really want to make a racket. It packs in all this without a massive overall footprint too, coming in as one of the sleeker boards of the lot today. And with that, we've reached the end of this episode, all about the top 4 best gaming keyboards. When choosing a keyboard, what's the most important factor for you? Make sure to get involved and let us know your thoughts in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a thumbs up before you go. Plus, if you want to see more great content and reviews just like this, subscribe to the channel so you're the first to see our latest uploads. As always, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you again soon in the next one.